What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of the Jericho Report Weekly News Briefing. It is Sunday, the 11th of January, 2015. Sorry I'm a day late. You know, with all of this stuff going on and over in France, and I just had to shut it all off for a day. Because I had a feeling that 2015 would not disappoint. So far, it is not. Now they're saying terror cells have been activated, while at the same time, all these world leaders are going to come in for a million-man, unity. This is just off the rails, insane. Anyway, as always, the first link below is going to take you over to the Blogspot post. That's where you can find all these links. I'm only going to give you a couple links on what's going on in France, because apparently that's all that's happening in the world right now. So if you want to know about that, turn on mainstream news. I do have a couple links. Apparently there was a third. Not only was there a second hostage situation, there was a third hostage situation. I think this one ended without anybody being killed, though. Something about at a jewelry store in France. I'll put a link to that if anybody wants to look into that. And Al-Qaeda in Yemen apparently claims responsibility for Paris attacks, saying that they are out of revenge. 3 of the supposed 4 terrorists have been killed. The one girl is still on the loose. She might have went to Turkey, and this whole thing. Turn on the TV if you want to know more about it. Anyway, there's other stuff going on. That's the stuff I really want to give you. We had a shooting at El Paso Military Hospital, kills 2. This happened on the 6th. I'll put a link to this. Not sure what's up with that. I haven't really had time to look into any of this because we've been enveloped in this fog of France all week. A bomb went off outside Colorado NAACP office on Tuesday. Put a link to that. NYC Mayor de Blasio blasts police who turned their backs on him once again. Meanwhile, we got arrests plummet 66% with NYPD in virtual work stoppage. That's a good idea, actually, NYPD. You want to get the people back on your side? Start being about protecting and serving, and stop being about revenue generation and bullcrap nonsense. Anyway, over to financial news. How the Dow did on Friday. Looks like it slid 170 points in the week. 32 points. So I guess it's still pretty, 37. Wow, that's a weird number. Anyway, meanwhile, I don't understand why the Dow was down, because solid job numbers came out. We had streak of solid hiring, bolsters confidence about 2015. I don't know how much I believe in that. Meanwhile, some traders are betting on $20 oil. This from MarketWatch, $20 oil. I wouldn't rule it out. U.S. hedge fund, be advised, another dead financial person, U.S. hedge fund founder Thomas Gilbert, shot dead in New York. This from the Alternative News Update Report. Put a link to that. We got penalties to rise for not having health insurance, be advised. This 14 local news out of somewhere. But that's okay because John Boehner profits from Obamacare stocks. Speaking of John Boehner, I think new Congress has taken over or whatnots, whatever. I don't pay attention to politics. You think anything's going to change? I don't think so. We got over to New World Order Police State News. Well, by the way, they're raising the tail of the 8501 flight, Air Asia. Just be advised on that. Cop trying to kill family dog kills woman instead in front of her husband and 4-year-old son. This from the Free Thought Project. I don't know where it happened. Somewhere in America. What else? His new SWAT team demolishes home to arrest man for DUI. Family left homeless. They demolished his home over a DUI. This happened out of Dunby, New York. Another one from freethoughtproject.com. Got one from We Are Change. Cops confiscate guns of vet diagnosed with insomnia. You can't sleep, huh? Turn in your weapons. You're dangerous. Really? Another one from We Are Change. Police using special radar that can see through walls. Court worries might be abuse of power. Radar that can see through walls, be advised. They already have that in their helicopters. We all know that. We got new bill would make wearing hoodies a crime. Yes, somewhere down in Oklahoma, they're trying to tell you how to dress. No hoodies for you. A crime. Meanwhile, rise of the nanny state. Town governments across the U.S. want to ban sledding. Over to, where are we at? World War III news. We got new UN reports highlights Israeli connection to Syrian death squads. This came out January 8th. Not really even sure what that means. U.S. Army report says ISIS and Israel working together to counter Assad. Yada, yada. We already know about that. Put a link to that anyway. Stars and Stripes. Iran-backed militants are getting U.S. weapons. This came out January 9th. See, let the computer catch up here. Iran says we have stopped a Mossad attempt to assassinate nuclear scientist. January 4. I got a couple from Russia. We got more Russia sanctions to provoke dangerous situation in Europe. Isn't there already a dangerous situation in Europe? I don't know. Apparently these terror squads have been activated. There's all kinds of nonsense. I got one more. South Korea and North Korea. South Korea says North Korea has 6,000 member cyber army. Over to Earth changes in 2012 news, Alex. We have a 6.6 out of Panama. We got a 3.6 out of Texas. Weird place for an earthquake. 4.3 out of California. 4.9 out of Idaho. I'll put this link from USGS. Big quakes on the left, small quakes on the right. A lot of small quakes going on. Speaking of the Texas quakes, I got one from We Are Change. 9 earthquakes rocked North Texas in less than a day. This all right around is this in the Dallas area? That's what they have on their map. Anyway, I'll put a link to that. Be advised, my friends in Texas, not sure what's going on down there. I don't think it's fracking, is it? Because I think the fracking industry is kind of stalled right now. This might have something to do with it. Strong geomagnetic storm hits the Earth. This came out January 8th from We Are Change. Be advised, sun rays hitting the Earth might be shaking things up a bit. You know what? I really miss Astrotometry. He used to do some good videos on this topic. Strange behavior of the sun's iron heat surprises scientists. January 6th. That might have something to do with the CME hitting the planet. I don't know. From the Daily Mail, we got watch as meteor turns night into day. This happened over Romania. Be advised, more rocks flying by the planet. Let's see here. Speaking of that, we got scores of giant asteroids on course to hurtle past Earth within the month, NASA reveals. This is from Sunday Express. Don't really know this source, but could all this stuff in Paris be a cover? You know, they're getting all these world leaders together in one place. It always makes me kind of weird. They're about to go underground, I got to bring that up. You never know, man. You never know what's coming next. Over to strange and bizarre news. 2 people making love on plane spark terror alert and emergency landing. This from X-Probe. Not sure where that happened. I'll put a link to it, though. Dog eats $23,000 worth of wedding rings. This happened out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Dog is in trouble, I would say. Little old lady arrested for making fur coats with her neighbor's cats. I'm not making this up. I don't know the site. I'll put a link to it, though. Police chief accidentally shoots himself for the second time. Second time? Remember that video from a long time ago? I just shot myself. Man found in crash car 6 hours after it was towed. Apparently, nobody checked to see if there was an injured person in the car. So he ended up in the junkyard. ABC News has this desperate 911 call as semi drags minivan 16 miles through snowstorm. I had a bunch more weird news, but I just kind of shortened it down in the interest of time. Anyway, for all the news, please check my favorite videos. I have favorited lots of videos over the past week. Thank you to everybody who puts out content. Check out the ones over there by Are You Ready For It News. She put out some good rants this week. Language warning on those, though. Got some shout-outs. We got shout-out to the first 3D printed gun machine will be unveiled at Come and Take It, Texas. This came out January 6th from 21st Century Newswire. Put a link to this. Speaking of that, these are all about guns. Gun rights open carry activists plan to manufacture firearms on steps of state capitol. Out of Texas from the IntelliHub. Shout out to all my friends in Texas and all the people out down there. Just shout out to the Second Amendment in general. I got one from Breitbart. Here you go. 2014, the Second Amendment's triumph. Great article here talking about all of the, just sums up everything about the Second Amendment in 2014. It's definitely continuing into 2015. Shout out to the Second Amendment. You know, if people, I hate the people in France, people over there would have had guns. Like I said, you would have had 3 dead terrorists in the street. You wouldn't have 12 dead people in the shop. Anyway, that's all I got for this week, guys. If you like the report, please give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I think it sucked. This is the worst of YouTube. You never want to see again. Please rate, though. It helps me move around. I do appreciate it. You can also follow me on Google+, Facebook, and Twitter. All those links are always at the bottom. I'm sorry I'm all over the place. The report's just kind of blah this week. I'm kind of forcing myself to do it. I really kind of lost all motivation. I think all of this stuff coming out of France, it's just information overload. I just had to turn it off yesterday. I don't understand, okay? It sucks that people died, okay? But this is turning into something bigger than 9/11. 12 people died in that newspaper shop. My heart goes out to them and their families and everything, but do you know how many people get shot and killed in the United States every day? I mean, this is turning into something, in my opinion, just my opinion, this is a massive psychological operation. Maybe it's an experiment by the elites to see if they can lower the frequency of the planet or something. Maybe they're trying to manifest something bigger. Those of you into manifestation and frequencies, you know what I'm talking about. Maybe they're trying to bring people to a level to where we will make something happen. I don't know. But it's bizarre, and I just can't pay attention to it anymore because it's messing me up. So they're going to have their little unity march or whatever they have. Hopefully nothing else goes down. And, you know, we'll be standing by to see what happens. Bizarre week of news. Absolutely bizarre. Until the next one, you guys take care. Stay safe always. I will see you on the next one.